Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Welcome once more. So, yeah, I had some time to kill, so, in a nutshell. Thought I'd do like an hour or something of the, yeah, some more Hearthstone free Black Eyes 10. It's pretty enjoyable. Hello there, Wowza. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, I thought I'd start the live stream now, so... this is the Black Eyes mod for Hearthstone 3, so this is like the latest version. I mean, there's probably still going to be some like major bugs or something like that, but yeah, it's pretty cool. There is only one submod activated at the moment, which is Units of the Third Reich. I'd ideally like to have a few more submods, but we'll go with this. So we're going to carry on from where I left off, which would be October 1936. Yeah, I know, right? Okay. Rightio. Just turn the actual game sound up. Usually quite like to hear the effects. Okay, that's better. Yeah, no, right. Okay. So this first run of production will be done shortly. So I'm looking at actually only 6 days. This slightly longer. In fairness, I should have really pushed the actual industries in these locations up. The ones actually featuring the heavy industry. Then again, it would still take some time for that to become actually usable. But what I'll do is I'll actually push these to the top once they convert the first run. Complete the first run. So there, Black Mesa, how you doing, my friend? It's good to see you once more. Right, so I have actually been informed that when it comes to the actual order of battle, I can safely remove the top level commanders, as their effects don't actually matter at this top level, and in fact they actually matter down at the army level, or army group level. So I think what we might do then is actually, should we have the division and army commander swapped out? That might be more useful then. Let's get to this bread. Yeah. Right, so what I'm going to do here then is... Where's your... Right, okay, there we go. I'm going to have von Rundstedt in charge of the first army then. At least then we should see the maximum bonus there. It would be a actual good idea to really just check on how that works. So von Rundstedt, we'll demote him slightly. Have another commander over here. I think it doesn't particularly matter what commander we have. So we'll just have von Kluge for the time being. I know I butchered that pronunciation, but oh well. Has Guru herself. Okay, von Brauwich. There we go. I just want to make sure that we get the maximum, like, advantage. Well, the actual benefit, then, from actually having those logistics wizards. Yeah, indeed, more Hearthstone free. I had some time to kill, so you know what, I thought, I bloody well enjoyed this, so why not? It was either this or write more Dark Heresy 2 campaign modes. Right, Halder. I could do with organising the Navy. The Kriegsmarine, I should say. Where's Halder? Where's Halder, actually? Let's sort by traits, then. I have unassigned Halder, haven't I? Oh, there he is, Halder. I also have von Manstein in charge of this army group for the time being. Well, front, I should say. Ah, thank you, mate. 1v1 me in EU4 Ireland. I know, right? Give me that sweet, sweet order of battle. Hello there, Taco Man. And thank you there, Schneewolf. Schneewolf? And it was it Schneewolf. I might just call you Wolf, to be fair. I'm terrible at pronunciation, so I might just call you Wolf. So from here on out, I'll just call you Wolf, dude. The Kriegsmarine. Obviously, we could do with a decent commander here. We'll have the Kriegsmarine organised then. I'll take a look at the Luftwaffe as well. I'm a little bit more indecisive when it comes to the Luftwaffe and the Kriegsmarine, just in case they mess up any events. I don't think I could mess any events up. Wow, thank you very much there, Black Mesa. That makes a big difference. No balls, what? That's nice. I like that one, man. Right, I am looking for an actual relevant commander here. In fairness, I could probably just sort this by actual Kriegsmarine. So let's do that. We'll go to the actual... Yep, there we go. Would it actually show as Admiral or something? No, I guess I'm too hopeful. I hope that Czechoslovakia says go to hell. That'd be rather intriguing. I suppose in some ways it would be useful, as it would obviously be a means to test... Oh, there we go, Kriegsmarine. As it would be a means to actually test our forces, gain them some experience. But yeah, it wouldn't be very nice. We'll go by the amounts of traits first. We have Karl Donitz, German Cross, Superior Tactician, Seawolf, and Seawolf Master. Right. I'll have Radar. Doesn't particularly matter when it comes to the overall high command, from what I can understand. Yeah, so we have our U-boat headquarters there. What we'll do then is we'll have Donitz. Reorganizations are so good. Right, we'll have Donitz. I still need to buy his book one day. That should be rather interesting, his memoirs. Okay, we'll obviously want a good surface commander. Right, Knight's Cross. I mean, the Knight's Cross is really quite nice. Very, very handy. What I'll do in the future is obviously have all of my divisions, corps, etc. Well, not so much the corps. The corps obviously will have the best commanders, but the actual division commanders, I'd like them to ideally have Knight's Crosses or at least War Merit Crosses. The idea being they actually gain those bonuses. I'm going to be quite anal when it comes to the order of battle. I'd really enjoy it, to be fair. A bit like Whack-A-Mole. Right. So obviously I'm going to be looking towards, like, surface. Blockade Runner could be rather intriguing. Disengage Timer. We do actually gain some speed there. That's not a terrible thing. Old Guard isn't too great. Not terrible, but it's not great either. A lot of the things there really don't particularly matter. Sporter. Superior Tactician. I mean, Fleet Concentration is always very nice. But we obviously need the Seawolf. I have Donitz there in charge of the submarines. Obviously, I'll have all the U-boats aside there. I could very much do with producing some U-boats. They are pretty cool, not gonna lie. Now, do I want Spotter, or do I want the Superior Tactician, or do I want Blockade Runner? I'm gonna go ahead and say Blockade Runner. Considering that, yeah, we really don't particularly want to get into a fight. Yeah, I'd say that's probably a good idea. Though this commander's actually pretty decent, isn't he? Disengage time is quite good. There's also a speed bonus there, so that's not bad at all, is it? We'll take you then, my friend. Yep, I'm much the same over here. Hello there, Dionysus. How you doing, my friend? Or Dionysus. Damn you people for having these names. Right, there we go. So we'll just organise the actual navy. The Kriegsmarine, I should be saying. Oh, Kriegsmarine, not Kriegsmarine. Okay, there we go. U-boats. Convoy radar. We'll just combine this into one single fleet then for the time being. Yep, there is a new version of Black Ice. Only been out recently, to be fair. Yeah, tell me about it. Hmm. I'm just really looking forward to getting my new pop shield tomorrow. That's going to be great. It's like at the moment I've got this like big round yellow, well, this big round bloody black circle in front of me. So tomorrow I'll have like an actual pop filter that actually fits over the microphone. So that means I'll be able to actually talk into it much better, and it should ideally sound a lot better. Obviously it'll be a higher quality pop shield as well. Kriegsmarine. Craigslist Marine. I think it would have been real interesting if the Allies had caught Hitler alive. I mean, the thing is like, would they have executed him? But in my opinion, it would have been making a martyr of him in some ways. Right, I'm looking for a Kriegsmarine. And I'm just blind. I must have gone past it 3 times. Yeah, I'm definitely blind here. Right, bugger it, I'll just do it this way. Because I legitimately can't see that. I'm just so bloody blind. So there, Lord Zell. Definitely. Right, okay. We should have some actual German admirals here as well. I don't think it particularly makes a massive difference, but it would be nice. Then again, let's take a look. Can they actually be commanded by admirals? Hmm. Then again, you do have relevant, that may be just a standard thing then. I guess Kriegsmarine command may be just, I don't know. It should be fine, I guess. We'll just put an actual decent commander in there anyway. Okay, yeah, Superior Tactician and Superior Tactician Master. Will this actually have you unassigned? Because at the end of the day, you shouldn't. Oh, that's Raider, isn't it? Raider. Hmm. Well, that's rather intriguing. Well, I'm not going to say no to that. He's actually really good at what he does. Oh, so we're looking for a Seawolf now. Spot on Superior Tactician isn't bad. There we go, Seawolf, Superior Tactician. Blockade Runner is always a very good one. Yeah, we might go with the Blockade Runner and Seawolf. But again, the higher skill is quite attractive. Yeah, it's very attractive. I mean, having this would be quite good. But I think at the end of the day, obviously having the extra attack from the submarines is worthwhile. Yeah, Seawolf and Superior Tactician. Or would I rather have the Blockade Runner? I think we'll go with... I'm going to go with the Blockade... Sorry, I'm going to go with the Seawolf and the Superior Tactician. I think it's more useful to have a higher skill commander as well as... Yeah, being able to move... that's quite nice. That does sound good, doesn't it? Why even make a fleet as Germany? Good point, good point. It's a good point. Right, but there we go. So the Navy is reorganized now as well. Okay, I do have some additional elements over here. So we have the Hanover, Hessen, some additional forces. the transport officers are going to be quite handy, aren't they? Right, we'll have you put into the correct command here. So, North Sea, perhaps? Yeah. North... No, actually, I think the North Sea was the one I gave... East Sea. Yeah, North Sea, then. Okay. Well, what we're going to do is we are going to be, obviously, invading Scandinavia, aren't we? So we will obviously need a navy. I'm not going to invest much in it. I will probably go ahead and try... Seawolf is probably the worst way I've heard you pronounce my name. I know, right? Yeah, I think what I'll do is probably try to produce some carriers. But other than some U-boats, nothing really beyond that. Possibly more transports, because they do come very handy. Remember that time when the Japanese shot down the Bismarck over Spain during the Battle of France? Yeah, I remember that time. I was there. Oh dear. Right. I'm quite happy that we have the SA working for us at the moment. Obviously, out here. Okay, so we'll have this industry done within the next few days. What I'm then going to do is obviously push these industrial centres where the heavy industry is present to the top. We'll start going here. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to go for this as of yet. Considering I don't have much in the way of supplies, I'd like to build that up actually. Would be rather handy. By the way, when you invade the Soviet Union, please make sure to lose miserably. Yeah, I will lose miserably. I think that goes without saying. I'm sure you guys know full well I'm going to lose this campaign. Yeah, I need to produce more cash. Definitely need more. In a few days, obviously, we'll have our extra industry, which is always going to help out immensely. I've got a lot in the production chain here. A hell of a lot. I could actually do with allocating some additional... Well, the game crashed. Okay, well, that just made what I just did entirely pointless. Well, that's rather irritating. I'll relaunch the game then. Ah, well. I suppose that's what I get for launching it on... Well, I suppose that's what I get for actually running it at high speed. Oh well. I'm sure you guys don't mind. That's the only issue with Hearthstone 3. It's so liable to crashing. Just so susceptible to it. That is the only issue. But you know what? I like these new backgrounds. So I know the stream will be black. Oh no, it's come on now. That's fantastic. Yeah, it's not going to take too long to load this up, so don't worry about it, guys. We'll carry on. Just comes part and parcel. In reality, I should have saved it afterwards, but I didn't expect it to crash. Oh well. What is everybody doing tonight, then? How are you all going? Be sure not to issue your troops winter coats to motivate them in the Russian December. Yeah, you're a harsh bastard. I mean, that is a really superb picture. That has got to be from some sort of film or TV show, because that is a fantastically detailed picture. So very vivid. It definitely looks like some sort of film. Definitely something of that nature. You know what? I can't for some reason actually have my EU4 go back to an earlier version. Maybe Hearthstone 4 as Rike MP. I mean, if people want to play some multiplayer, then I could try and set something like that up. I think that could be rather interesting. I'd probably either do a... Yeah, looks like that corrupted there. That's definitely corrupted. I really hope it doesn't crash the game loading that, otherwise I'd be rather annoyed. Yeah, I could probably do some multiplayer or something. Probably either like Hearthstone 4 or like Victoria 2. I went back and played vanilla EU4 the other day. Played as England, and it's just so easy mode. You just make so much money. Come on, game, load something at least. Apologies about this, guys. There we go. Okay, 1st of October, once more, here we go. I guess what we'll do is we'll just, like, see some time go by. It doesn't particularly matter about the Kriegsmarine command structure for the time being. At least we know what to do afterwards. So I'll just run the game here. Yes, there is a mod called Blacker Eyes. You are correct on that. It's strange because you have to go to the Facebook page to actually download it. I think that's because it has some events to do with like the Holocaust and etc. Like, you know, things of that nature. I just need to get the most current version of it, and I'll definitely give it a go. So I've got multiple votes here to invade Russia in the wintertime. I'm sure that'd be amazing. Paradox updated their privacy policy, and you can only really accept it if you do it on their site. God, that is such a pain in the arse. Right, I was going to quickly save the game here, just so, I don't know, might help. Play with some people like Feedback Gaming and Tommy K, who have a lot of support for your channel. You know, I've not actually heard of those guys. Are they, I've really not heard of them. Not like trying to be a dick or anything, I just really don't watch that particularly much gameplay on YouTube. Right, there we go, so we've increased our IC over here. I'll have to take a look at them. That's a good recommendation. I should really do some, like, multiplayer. You know, one of the best things I ever watched when I was younger was a Hearthstone-free World War I multiplayer. It had, like, Jackie Fish, what are the other two guys called now? God damn it. I think one of them was like Apollo. Is it Apollo Gaming? I can't remember his name. And there was another one. Man, that was so long ago. Yeah, no, mate, but I'm so lazy. Oh dear. Seriously though, this is one of the worst Paradox games to mod. I know what I'm talking about since I'm sometimes working on an ongoing mod for Hearthstone 3. It's easy to modify your DNA. That's awesome. I mean, if you're pretty good at modifying, like, Victoria 2 games, how about you contact me and we can come up with some concepts for the Victoria 2 mod. I've always really fancied trying to figure out and make myself, like, a Neo-Carolingian Empire decision in Vicky 2. Basically, like, a unification of, like, Germany to, like, a Neo-Carolingian Empire. Or like a Neo-Frankish Empire, something like that. That could be rather interesting. There you go. We'll continue to go forward. Obviously, I've just had that new IC produced. So what I need to do then is I'm going to push these. Right, yes, this is all finished off over here. So I'll push these to the top. Then obviously they'll get worked on, and we'll gain access to the actual benefits of the heavy IC sooner. Okay, I might just have to run the game on ×4 speed to be safe. Though we did manage to do quite well in the previous stream. We're running really low on metal here. That is not good. I think it's the lack of cash. It's really hurting us. I mean, can I ideally allocate some additional funds elsewhere? I mean, I can do this. I'm going to increase this to about 100. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. Right, we'll lock that off there. Obviously, that's going to impact on our industry. Not terribly much. I can obviously keep a juice in here. Right. Just push these to the top. At the end of the day, they're nearly finished, aren't they? Yeah, there we go. It's going to become rather interesting to manage. I think what we'll do here then is I'm going to throw some squadrons up. These ones are almost finished actually. Obviously these are individual squadrons rather than obviously the multitude. So I'll throw 3 squadrons up at the top and then we'll do it like this, I guess. Okay. The UI is so much different from Hearthstone 4, that's correct. Right, it's possible, sure, pretty much the same engine, but slightly more flexible. That's awesome. The UI is so much different, yep. I think the only thing Hardline 4 got right was the production system, in my opinion. Yeah, I really did like the production system. I think that was definitely going in the right way. Hello there, Herbertius. Hello there. Is there a chance on Black Ice winning playthrough as France? I'm asking about my beloved country, Poland. I am realistic and know it's impossible. Make the great German Navy. Yeah, I'd like to play France. I did a run as France a long time ago, like an older version of Black Ice. The only issue is it's like the Soviets just didn't do anything. The Germans didn't declare on the Soviets, and the Soviets didn't declare on the Germans. So it got to like 1944. I was basically only holed up in this like area of France, and it was absolute hell. So there, play up. How you doing, my friends? Right. So October 15th, things are going rather well. Other than the massive resource shortages. Other than that, it's okay. You know what I've always loved about Hotline 3 is just being able to see these supply lanes. These are really nice. I'm not gonna lie. The issue we have here is just the lack of actual stuff coming into Germany. Right, we'll have this additional IC here. Another idea as well would probably to take a look at which run will finish sooner and then put that one to the top. Like for example, these ones will be done sooner than these other ones. So that's a good way to do it. Then again, I need it. We'll get it done as we go. As we go, and we'll get it done. Right, heavy bomber prototype. I'm not too particularly bothered about that one. Technology improvement. Yep, that sounds good. Actually, going back to technology then. Not long until we're in 1937. Obviously, we need to really decide what we want ahead of time and push that to the top of the actual research. These techs aren't too important. It's really just trying to unlock necessary equipment so we can have the best stuff. Okay. Hello there, mate. Right, additional divisions there. I suppose these divisional little events over here will be very nice. It saves a lot of effort. Right, large fuel tank research advance, very nice. Actually, to be fair, I think what we'll do here then is we'll cancel these production runs. The ones where we have additional squadrons in development. The reason for that is at the end of the day, I might as well have them developed with the best technology. Research body armor. I think we've already got that, but it's always a good idea. Okay, there we go. Naval strike. The Anti-Comintern Pact. The Anti-Comintern Pact was concluded between Nazi Germany and the Empire of Japan, later to be joined by other countries on November 25th, 1936, and was directed against the Communist International, the Comintern, in general, and the Soviet Union in particular. Yeah, let's propose it. Of course, Japan accepts. That's nice. Relation increase there. There's no way to become fully autarkic in Hearthstone 3 Black Ice, is there? I'm not entirely sure about that one, mate. About garbage Hearthstone 4, heard if... have you heard if mod The Last Days of Europe will add world close to that, which was in the book and film called Fatherland, and they will add politics from Hearthstone 3 political system. It sounds interesting. I've not heard about that, but it does sound rather interesting. Is it possible to stop the Germans in one of these? Yeah, it's definitely possible. Definitely possible. Thank you again, Black Mesa. God damn it, dude. Hearthstone 3 Black Ice, Germany very hard, no balls. Nice one, man. I'm sure that'd go down well. I mean, it'd be an interesting challenge. I might go for it just for hell of it. Right, so I could order the battleship turrets, but I'm actually going to decline that. The reason is, I just don't think it's worthwhile. It's a lot of IC. I have the Scharnhorst and the Gneisenau. And I'm giving them the 38cm gun, so at the end of the day, they are going to be them. They are going to be my Bismarck and turrets. Right. So things are going ahead quite nicely. We're now into November, and the game seems to be performing well enough on the speed now. So I just think it needed, I don't know, maybe some time just to reload. I was going to keep doing like periodic saves just to make sure. How are we going with the espionage? Seems we're going well enough. I'm going to sort by priority here. Yes, the NSDAP party here has grown to 21% share of the popularity here. We do obviously have 2 ministers here, even if they are the same man. He has 2 positions. Tin IC for 2 years, that's a big investment. Yeah, I know, right? Well, I'm not going to go for 10 years. I've obviously improved it to that level. What I'm going to do here is basically have a couple additional runs, and then we'll get rid of these other ones where it's like +8. I'm really just intrigued in, well, interested in actually getting these ones, you know, the ones that actually have the heavy industry. Those are the ones I actually care about. And I think we've got all of them here anyway, so that'd be good. So these are the ones that matter. The industrial centres, obviously where we have the presence of heavy IC. That's where I need it. Okay, so we now seem to be actually increasing the amount of metal that we have. It seems like we're just finishing off some of our aircraft carrier research then. Right. So I should take a look at our aircraft carriers, what we could actually produce. That would probably be a good idea. Now, let's take a look at this. Oh, you bastard. Look, keep that there. Ideally doesn't just change it. Right, air bases for West Prussia. Right, we'll put them to the top of the actual production. The reason why I want this high is so we actually do produce additional cash. I am going to need that. We really do need that. There's some really harsh penalties for not having enough money. Okay, there we go. The air bases will be done. Awesome. Do you get the production line speed bonus for multiple runs of production factories like wood other items? I'll have to check on that one. It's a good point. Play Finland, control of Scandinavia, then before Winter War become control of Afro-Eurasia. Bold move. Bold move, I like it. Okay, so we have the research necessary to obviously construct our own carriers here. We'll take a look at doing so. So if I was to do this then, so we have carrier. Do I have any escort carriers? I don't believe so. We have light carrier. Probably better off just with the carrier itself. Yeah, shore bombardment is basically meaningless. That's bloody costly. That's really bloody costly. Bloody hell. It's not much cheaper than an actual battleship, is it? Yeah, that is a lot of IC. Hey, what do you guys reckon? Do we go with light carriers or do we go with the actual full-blown carrier? It might be worthwhile to have... Actually, let's take a look then. So you do increase the aircraft carrier practical. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to produce one carrier. I'm going to start producing this one carrier. The reason for that is actually to build up the practical. Then that could be rather handy. Would possibly reduce the cost then of the full carrier. Damn it. I don't want... Oh, damn. Wait. I have lost that now. Okay, I'm just going to have to quickly tab out here. Can I put this... Pop out chat? There we go. Take a look at this. Right, okay. I need to make this larger. I could do it having like the actual chat come up on the actual thing. 1 second. I don't watch from a long time ago. Your multiplayer series of War in Pacific. Can you spawn me one thing, of course? Are you destroying THG's allied forces? Well, there are spies in the chat here, so I can't say too much. But we are making, well, we will be making decent progress. There's not been too many casualties inflicted. For the most part, in the actual play by email, it has been more or less reorganizing the actual assets of the Empire of Japan. We have some information regarding potential carrier locations, but so far we've just been kicking the ass of THG's aerial forces in the Philippines. That's been rather fun. Oh dear. I mean, this is it. It's like I'm under the... I mean, I completely understand that there's no way of me actually winning. At least it's a very, very small chance. It's like 1 out of 99 that I'm actually going to... Well, 1 out of 100 chance I'm going to win. So, it's going to be interesting. We're going to learn a lot from the game, is all I can say. Okay. You picked a light carrier. Yeah, I'm going to go with a light carrier. Not that I particularly want it, it's just to really build up that actual practical. Like, for example, if we take a look down here, let's see. Capital Ship Practical. Is there anything specifically for carrier practical? Yes, there we go. So we have no practical here. So what we'll do then is we'll build this up. Yes, War in the West has definitely improved. Though saying that, there's actually some nice mods out there. If you have gotten to our carriers. I've no, well, actually no, I can't give away too much. I have an inkling of where they are. Yeah, Mark Antonio is really... The only way I can describe it, and I'm not going to mean it in a bad way, but he's basically autistic at Hearthstone 3. He's really damn good at it. He's just damn good at, like, Paradox games in general. Like, I don't mean he's, like, autistic in a bad way. But you know what I mean. Okay, so decent. We've actually stolen the blueprints of the small ship engine from the British. That's very nice. Okay. Yeah, my wallpaper's pretty nice. It's from the Armoured Brigade. Armoured Brigade. Right, fantastic. Surge of volunteers. Now, this is actually really quite handy. So it does increase the officer recruitment ratio. Well, percentage. It also does give us additional manpower. Now, the manpower is actually worth so much more than anything, really. So the moment I'm gaining 10.9, which is not much, is it? So that additional boost is going to be real nice. So 11.4. The air system in War in the West isn't too... It's more so like the actual presentation of the system. It's not too dense. It's easy enough to understand once you get it. It's just, it doesn't particularly give you too much. It would be nice if it obviously showed you where these actual airfields were, and it's just a lot of stuff that could be useful there in terms of UI presentation. That just needs to be added. Right. So once we finish these off, we'll actually be able to start working on the other IC. I'm half tempted just to consider cancelling these. I think at the end of the day, I need to produce some IC, but obviously it's going to be a difficult balancing act here. We don't have that much industrial capacity. December 1936, 29th. Let's just, oops. I was going to save here, and then at least if it crashes, then at least we're not too far behind. Okay, so I'm going to reduce the speed as well. Make sure we get there. 1 million men in reserve. Okay, so 1,000 MP equal 1 million men. Righto. Not a huge amount of reserves. They'll quickly go. Would you play Rule the Waves but for aircraft? Yeah, that'd be fantastic. I'm looking forward to Rule the Waves too. That should be interesting. Those damn allied powers having all that money. Okay, so we're into the new year now. We have to renew our espionage, national foci, and etc, etc. Right. Now, do I want to continue with the political spine? I'm going to probably say economic spine. Though the political spine could be handy. In fact, no, I'm going to stick with the political spine. I mean, this would be very nice. Having that 1% boost would actually make a big difference. But I'm going to go with the political spine. I do want to actually grab Austria sooner. And also having the increased political support for our own party within Germany would be very nice. Yeah, Rule the Waves 2 will have carriers at least on the forums. I've not looked into it for a long while, but I'm aware of that. That's going to be pretty cool. Now, I'm going to continue to support Acton Panzer. The reason for that is I do need those tank factories. I mean, a lot of these would be very nice, but I'm going to continue with Acton Panzer. Whether for better or for worse, this is going to be a series where we learn more than anything. I'm not a great Hearthstone 3 player. I'm not a great Black Ice player. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be a thought experiment more than anything. So we will take this, Acton Panzer, build up the additional tank factories that could boost existing factories. Yeah, that's quite nice. December 27th. Or build new ones. We'll build the new ones. It's going to cost us, but it's going to be worthwhile. Okay, economic boost. So I could take the IC or I could take the cash. Definitely take the IC. And these are doing the future. Okay, so the Anschluss. But I've taken this... Wow, I was meant to take this in 36. Wow, I might have bugged myself here. Yeah, okay. Well, at least we have it now. No, you need Czechoslovakian tank factories. Yeah, a lot of German tanks are actually Czech. A lot of them. Okay, United Kingdom has annexed Egypt. Hardline free, at least you have somewhat more control over the brigades in your division. That's very true. Okay, national recruiting policy. So you mean that manpower boost would be rather attractive? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. What do you guys reckon? Should we go with opening the ranks up to everybody? At the end of the day, that 75% manpower boost could be really nice. I'm not gonna be producing that many units this year. So perhaps having that extra manpower could be very good. Or should I actually have just the quality units over quantity? I mean, it would be nice to have that manpower boost. Though how much could really give us over that time is unknown. What do you guys reckon? I'll see what you guys say and we'll go from there. I'm just kind of, I don't know, I think maybe this year could be worth having it. I'll see what the opinion is. And bum bum bum. Go with quality. Okay, so I've got one for quality. Worthwhile pre-war. And then a balance. In Hearthstone 4, you can get people in wheelchairs with Panzerfaust. Yeah, that was funny. I don't know, let's take a look at this. It's just, it looks like the actual downsides aren't going to really hurt us. True that consumer goods does hurt. But it's not a massive. Then again, it would hurt. Would hurt. Then again, I don't lose 5% IC efficiency for production. So yes, I'd be paying more IC in terms of actual consumer goods, but I'd have more IC efficiency. At least I wouldn't lose that 5%. Ah. I think we'll take a look at it. I think we'll have a go at opening it up and see how it really helps us. I think it might be worthwhile. We'll take a look. Just this year and this year alone. Yeah, 14.7. I just think it might be worthwhile this year alone. We're not going to be producing too many units this year. Obviously next year we'll be looking more towards quality. But having that additional manpower is quite nice. Let's actually take a look at our leaders here. So obviously I can't remove Girding. But if we have any additional manpower that I can take, that'd be very nice. So I've got 2.5% boost here. I've got a 5% boost here. Now, there's nobody for the actual carriers, which is a shame. Chief of Staff. Yeah, artillery practical. Construction practical decay. That soft attack's very nice. Okay, so nobody really handy here. Hi there, XDRG, all-time One of the Pacific player here. How you find it now? Well, to be honest, I've definitely improved a lot in One of the Pacific. I mean, the first video I ever did of it was absolute ass. It's a funny story, actually. The first video that Matrix Games put up on their forum, obviously in regards to One of the Pacific, was the very first video I did of One of the Pacific, and it was just awful. It was basically when I had no idea what I was doing. The current play-by-email game I'm doing with the Historical Gamer has been honestly the best experience I've ever had of One Pacific. I've learned so very much, and I'm still learning. It's like I'm nowhere near professional, but I definitely know a lot more than I used to do. So, in honesty, I really do adore One Pacific. I think it's definitely one of those games where there is simply nothing else like it. It really isn't. Hello there, Peter. How are you doing, my friend? It is very good to see you. That's a fantastic question there, Major. Fantastic question. Okay. Where is my IC going here at the moment? There we go. Okay, so this will increase our practical. I'm losing a lot here. Actually, that might have been a bad move. It is a big difference, isn't it? I suppose it's not that bad. We'll manage, we'll manage. I guess in some ways, right, that's a shame. I suppose in some ways it's trading the IC for the manpower, but we'll have more IC freed up here shortly. Hello there, Paul. How you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. That's very good there, Peter. Very good. Okay, well, there's a bunch of IC there. Right. Yeah, the production AI seems to be doing whatever it goddamn wants to do at the moment. That might have actually been because we lacked... Yeah, it seems like metals has gone there. That makes a lot of sense. Agree 100%. Currently we've got 3 games on the go. Got one in October 1945 as the Japanese. That's not much fun. God, I can imagine that'd be interesting. Right, I definitely need more metal. I need it. Somebody needs to trade me it. Can I make a deal with the USSR? Hello there, Florian. How you doing, my friends? Good to see you once more. Yeah, I think it might be because we don't have any diplomatic points here. That might be why we're lacking on trade deals. It's a possibility. What I'll do then is I'll add a point over here. At least, we'll go for about 2 points. We'll go for about that. I'll reduce this somewhat. Once I'm done with Austria, obviously that will decrease the amount of espionage we need. Okay. Well, Heartmine 3 is a really interesting game. There's not much else like it in this regards. It's a good game. It crashes a lot, and there's obviously flaws here, but it's something that is really... I really enjoy it. I think it's a good game. Right, 26%. Right, there we go. So see, now we have this advanced aircraft technology. So if I was to actually produce the fighters that do it now, where at least we have this benefit of the aerodynamics. So theoretically I'd have, yeah, faster aircraft, which is very nice. Have I played Armor Brigade yet? I need to actually make sure I've got the up-to-date version. I'm not entirely sure if my version is actually up to date, so I'll see if I can get like a proper version. Okay, here we go, we have our additional squadrons. Have you built the carrier aircraft group for your carrier? No. What I'm doing here, and hello there by the way, Tank. What I'm doing here is I'm building this light carrier because it still counts as carrier practical experience. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to build up this actual practical experience. Do I only gain practical from fucking building the damn thing? Fuck me. I don't gain any theory. Damn it. I don't know, it might just take a long time to increase. But what I'm trying to do here is actually build up the practical, so when I actually do build the proper thing, I have a reduction in ideally IC and speed. Well, time, I should say. Right, I'm really critically lacking here on supplies. Like, tremendously. Okay. I need metal. I really need metal. I am so goddamn poor here. That is really bad. I'm using so very much. That is really rough. Okay, we do have these diplomatic points. That's good at least. Can I actually take control of the automated trade? Is there an option for that? Right. Okay, we don't have much threat on many nations at the moment. It would be nice to actually tell them. Yeah, okay. Just have to hope for the best when it comes to the trade. I mean, it's working, but it's not great. Yeah, just invade something from the metal. That is pretty much the standard way we're going to have to do this. Yeah, it's really painful. Okay, chromite steel. Chromite trade offers. This decision will allow you to access an expansive list of information events which will eventually cover all aspects. Oh, wrong one. Where the hell did I gain all that cash from? See, what does chromite actually do? Chromite. Chromite. I don't know the heck you actually pronounce it. I'm going to say chromite. Chrome anyway. I don't even know what it bloody is, you know. We have what I assume is oil over here. You know, I don't know what it bloody is. I think Portugal have some light. That's tungsten. Tungsten. You know, I don't know what it bloody is. You can tell I'm not familiar with the mod. Does the US have some? Zinc. Right, copper. A lot of zinc. Yeah, a lot of zinc over here. Uranium. Tungsten. Fur. Finland, okay. Tungsten. Yeah, I don't have a clue. I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Probably, anyway. Buying zinc from Germany. Ooh. Well, that would explain why we're gaining a lot of cash. Perhaps we should buy some chromite. Right, okay, now I've got a lot of things I could do here. What do we do? I think it might be worthwhile just to hold on to this actual cash for the time being, considering that we really lack it. I don't know what these are. I don't know what the benefits are. Does it become a, like, strategic effect? Because if it is, that'd be really handy. I'm not seeing it, not seeing it, not seeing it. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, this is something that we need to get rid of. Right, here we go. Now, that's very, very nice. Check Asia. That's a good idea. At least we can see what it does here. So, chromite would actually be really nice. So, IC efficiency, air build speed, supply throughput. Nuclear research. Winter effects is obviously very handy. National manpower money. Okay. Have you been thinking playing Civil War 2 multiplayer, 1 versus 1? Yeah, I've been thinking about doing a Civil War 2 play by email for some time. I was considering asking THG, but I think it might be busy. So, I don't know. I'll see when I have the time for it, really. I'd have to get back into the game. So I think what we might do then is it chromite that I gain the IC efficiency for? Because that's actually very, very handy. Yes, it is. Okay, we'll purchase that. That's too damn good. Too damn good. Then we can keep the rest of the cash, and that should actually keep us afloat for some time. Yeah, that's very true. Okay, we'll take the chromite. I don't know what the others do, so yeah. Okay. Do they accept? Ah, here we go. That's very nice. Single engine fighter prototype. Ah, there we go. Buy chromite from Soviet Russia, from Turkey. I'll buy it from the Turks. Yeah, there we go. Now we should see this increase. I just need the bloody metal more than anything. Okay. For engine research. Very true, very true. Right, 38 technologies obviously will come in handy now. We'll take a look at the single engine fighter prototype. Put that up there near the top. Industry tech's obviously going to be very handy. Excuse me. We have so many things that we need to research. That is the actual issue here. Most is looking good. It will get through there. Excuse me. Ah dear. As a pro-Confederate man who is fascinated on the Civil War, I will be waiting proudly. I don't know, I think it's rather an interesting story when it actually comes to like the Confederacy. It's like I'm not a big person for like buying into the whole like it was just slaves and everything like that. It was definitely more to it than that. You need to increase supply production. You're incredibly right there. Can you attack someone now? Potentially so. I'd obviously have to try and fabricate Cassius Belli, but I don't think it'd do me very good. I don't know if it would actually backfire on me. There would always be the chance that they could actually join the allies of the combatant, potentially. Right, there we go. IC efficiency. Terrific. There we go. Submarine class upgrade. Right, what do I need for the antonyms? So we have the popularity. So we just need the actual political modifier there. Yeah, so the modifier political crisis. Have the country flag, reoccupation of the Rhineland. Do I have to move troops here? Have I just fucked up? You know, I might have just fucked up. As very likely. I mean, if I fucked up that, that'd be rather irritating, but oh well, would survive. Yeah, I need you there. So I just need to cover this central area. Do you not have anybody assigned to you? Who are you assigned to? 2 divisions should actually do that. Okay, I'll move you there. Oh, advanced education is 1936 tech you aren't researching. Is it? Have I missed it? Oh god, you're so right, aren't you? God, I missed that one. Good point, good spot. Good job. That'd have been rather embarrassing. Okay, government sector. Yes, I really do want that cash. So please, 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 get me that cash. No, we actually got a negative. Damn it. Oh well. Mein Führer. Okay. I'll do one more run of this additional industry, and then we'll cancel all of them, barring the ones that obviously have the heavy IC. Yeah, I completely missed that one. I completely missed it. Okay, submarine AA armament. Okay, coastal submarine. I'm not gonna bother. Okay. Right. Superior strength upgrade. At motorized headquarters. So we have here the submarine AA. Did I not just cancel that? I guess I forgot to cancel it. Right, superior strength. We do have the other tactic here. We're going to research that. 39. Here we go. 37. Let's grab these. Actually. Liaison. Oh, god damn it. I get so tongue-tied. Also, no problem missing out on the reoccupation. Keeps your threat low. Right, study for level 1 motorized headquarters has finished. Okay. Yeah, we do need this. Superior. Checkmate your education tag. Yeah, we did. We put that up there. Yep. This is all fine. It's been worked on. It's a shame that I missed that. I'm also going to put this back into research. There we go. I'm glad that we did have somebody buy a resource from us. That's actually quite nice. Gives us a lot of cash there. Air-launched torpedoes. Okay, 37 tank. Monroe effect. Okay, amphibious warfare equipment. Mountain warfare equipment. Will you play as the Soviets? Whew, I could do in the future if people really wanted me to buy. Why not take the road network decision? Is it worth to take it now? I've not taken a look at what the actual effects are. So I do lose some IC, but we'll do that then. If you believe it's a good idea. Okay, yeah, I suppose that's pretty nice. Yeah, at the end of the day, if people want me to play something, then all you have to do is just let me know. I'm more than happy. Right, mountain unit training has been stolen. I'm hoping to actually steal some really important techs away from the Allies, to be fair. What do you think? What country is most difficult in that mod? Of course, Poland is best. I suppose when it actually comes to, like, realistic nations, I'd say... I don't know, it's an interesting question, isn't it, really? I suppose probably... I don't know, what is most difficult? Right, of the major nations, I suppose that makes it easier. I'd say France is probably the hardest in the major nations, but even then that's like give or take. It really does depend. I suppose at the end of the day, it just depends on really if you can hold the Germans off and actually hold on. It really does depend. It would be a hell of a challenge, I'd imagine. But of course, there's always going to be people who can manage that, no issue. Right, study for the level 1 Air Force headquarters has finished. Fantastic. Okay, I just want to Anschluss Austria. Okay, return that manpower. Very nice, very handy. Bloody hell, I can't believe it's 10:30 already. Where does the time go? Right, we are definitely making progress in the espionage. It might be worth it to actually reduce that espionage. Right, that's popularity. Right, there we go. That supply throughput's very nice. Rementor it. Okay, Schwerpunkt. Okay, we'd have pretty decent submarines. That is somewhat ahead of time, so I'm going to cancel that. It'd be nice if I could just tell the AI just to research texts of a certain year. There's so very much to research. So very, very much. Hearthstone 3 was fun, shame Hearthstone 4 is terrible. Tell me about it. Okay, we'll drop the 38 tags. I just need to make sure I've got all of these other ones first and foremost. But to be fair, I will actually have that up there. I think it would be nice to have that potentially ahead of time. As obviously when I do start producing squadrons. Yeah, small arms obviously would be very nice. Basic anti-tank ammunition. Okay, so obviously he's quite effective. That's 38. Okay. Probably is handy. It's a 1935 technology, so obviously we research quite quickly. When it comes to the naval tab, I can actually really ignore that for the most part. I'm going to probably reduce the amount of espionage. You miss close air support pilot training. Okay, good point. Is that over here? Oh yes, I did. There we go, fantastic. We won the Pacific. What's the funniest thing you've seen so far? Or funniest thing you've seen so far? I suppose it really does depend on your concept of funny. I suppose it's just when, like, obviously when you have like a mission set up, and then obviously your aircraft don't obviously meet up at the right time, and then somehow it works out for you. Can be quite funny. That is the reason why I don't want Victoria 3 to exist. Yeah, I mean, this is it, I suppose, isn't it? If we do get a Victoria 3, it's going to be something rather different. And there we go, air bases for West Germany. West Germany, best Germany. Okay, Hitler has stepped in. Hitler's demanding action. He says you are wasting time and making too many stupid mistakes. He accuses you of being incapable of running a Hitler youth day camp, let alone the German nation. He shouts at you to just get it done. Stop standing about dribbling and instead put your shoulder to the heel. Germany deserves better. So what do we actually get here? So there's a 50-50 chance of a hard attack plus 15 or soft attack minus 15. We do get a little bit of industrial efficiency tech. Okay, so nothing really particularly useful. I was hoping for like maybe something to do with the actual economy. But then again, that could have actually hurt us. So he takes it as she comes. Okay, 36. Yep, cast armor. That's actually going to reduce the build time. Very nice. Okay, I've seen a small Dutch sub take a 14-inch battleship shell. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. My core is still bringing up the remaining elements north of Brunswick. We will deploy as soon as possible. Oh dear. You guys are great. Hmm. Okay, so we have the road network advance there. That's very nice. It's on the... Okay, that's a shame. Right. Ah, see... Oh, shit. Ah, shit. I might get lucky here. The day might not have actually ended. I just forgot about that. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Ooh. That was lucky. Naval headquarters. Okay, we are actually starting to gain metal, which is very nice. I think one of the funny things, I suppose, is the fact that I managed to hit a few submarines. At least I'm assuming I hit a few submarines. Like 800 kilogram bombs or 800-pound bombs. That was really fun. Right, carrier aircraft prototype. Yeah, I still went to Anschluss, Austria. Hmm. Hmm. Anti-air ammunition. Battle commander recognition. Right, we're out of ahead of time here. It seems as though we've actually completed another unit as well. So artillery tab here. Yep, there we go. Beautiful. Right. What do you think of propaganda idealizing characters like, for example, Mandela, who for his life was declared communist and terrorist in... But yeah, that's a real question, isn't it? I suppose when it comes to it in terms of like propaganda, I suppose at the end of the day you always have like propaganda uh, with multiple biases. It's like obviously you have propaganda for, you have propaganda against. I suppose at the end of the day, it's just as long as people have the ability to find out the facts. I mean, of course, even facts can be debated as it depends really on their source. But what I say when I mean like facts is obviously like widely accepted and widely recognized facts. It's one of these things. It's like there's always going to be something out there that is going to give you a opinion that sways in the other direction. So I suppose at the end of the day, I would just say really just try to read up on things yourself and for the most part, try to make your own decisions. But I mean, it's a difficult thing, isn't it? It's a very difficult thing. Okay, wow, the chat's going pretty quickly here. Hearts of Iron 4 is only terrible to you guys because it was designed for a wider audience outside of hardcore strategy gamers. Sometimes people want to play a game. Oh yeah, don't get us wrong, man. Don't get us wrong. Oh yeah, that gets funny. I had a few cases of tiny converts and mine supersedes in a torpedo or 800 kilogram bomb. Yeah, no, don't get us wrong, mate. It's like at the end of the day, it's like we only hate on the Hearts of Iron. Well, we don't hate it. It's just one of these things of where we just wish it was better. It's hard just getting your hopes up and then it just turning out to be something like subpar. It's good for a casual gamer. It's just one of these things of where it could have been so very much more. What's your favourite thing you've learned from War of the Pacific? Is really, I'm going to say just like being able to actually understand to some degree how the economy works. I do very much enjoy setting up convoys. I do very much enjoy seeing the actual result of that. Oh, we're getting some real questions tonight. Okay, 1939 here. I'm going to consider dropping espionage to some degree. Right, there we go. Good, we already had troops deployed there, so they were defeated rather quickly. Hmm. I think I'm going to push these techs ahead of time. Yeah, that would be very nice. I do need that additional leadership. Now, I suppose when it comes to like War in the Pacific, I think it's just been able to like understand the game and just really understand why you're doing something. I suppose that would be my favourite thing. It's like initially when I first ever played the game, it's like looking at it and it's like, oh my god, this is too much. And it's like, you give it time, obviously, you give it that, well, you just give it that time. You just give it that benefit of the doubt, and you just have to accept that, yeah, you're probably going to make mistakes, but you know what, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. You just learn from it. That's pretty cool. It's very difficult to take historical objectives. Like, for example, Singapore's going to be absolute hell. Of course, we don't benefit from commanders surrendering as they did in real life. I really want that. So we're waiting for 1st of March 1938, at least. Release will have it as soon as it's available. Hmm. Yeah, exactly. So I can't coup them. I don't think it'd be worthwhile cooing them with it. I think at the end of the day, we just like build up the amount of ministers that we have under our control. Well, at least aligned with our party and ideology. Yeah, Marco Polo Bridge incident. Amelia Earhart has disappeared. Okay. The horseback memorandum. NSDAP gains 20 organization. Very nice. Very nice. That's very nice. Yeah, Singapore is a bit bloodier and slower than in real life. I think at the end of the day, it really does come down to how you choose to crack the nut. Okay, so I've had that IC build up there. What I'm going to do then is I'm actually going to cancel these runs here, where I have like +7. Because these are like the fresh runs. I'm only going to have like 2 runs there. So for example, these runs will be going ahead and then I cancel them. So we are starting to obviously build now our additional assets. We'll get obviously these ones done, and then I'll start building new units. I'm still working on the carrier. Is that helping out with our practical in any way? We have not seen any practical here. I suppose at the end of the day we might just have to build the goddamn thing. Right there. Beautiful. Additional bombers. I will start taking a look at actually producing new units shortly. Right, fantastic. Yep, there we go. I'm also looking at the prototypes. Okay. Drop the carriers. Aircraft anyway. Let's take a look. Are we nearly done with the single engine prototype? I would like to start building new squadrons. Okay, at least we have additional IC being built now. Additional resources to work with. Have you your favorite ship from War in the Pacific? It's a good question, isn't it? Personally, I do like the Congo class battleship. I do really quite like that ship. I mean, the Lexingtons are just absolutely beautiful. They're so pretty. Right, okay, so a single engine fighter prototype advance. Very handy. Obviously it does increase their time, but it does obviously make it significantly better as we have a new model. Obviously that has unlocked further research into this sector. Right, supercharger obviously is a very good idea. Machine gun focus, gun turrets, ammunition. Actually, these are a little bit too ahead of time for what I need right now. Let's see, air systems, prototypes. Yeah, so I could actually research these, but I'll chuck them on there. Let's see, so if I was going to the production, air wing. So yes, we'd have the Messerschmitt Bf-109D1+. Yeah, 1938 single model. Obviously, a lot of these other things are behind in tech, but yeah, overall, it'd be very nice. Okay. Hmm. Righto. I do wish I produced more supplies, sorry. I suppose at the end of the day, I mean, that's 9.87 IC, it's not a huge amount. It'd be done in 1939, but at least the actual practical gain could be very handy. Okay, that's going to be done very shortly. Yeah, and then at least we are starting to work on these. What I'm going to do then is actually going to start to produce these Luftwaffe squadrons. At the end of the day, they aren't as costly. Again, I do need them. I can get these done sooner. It will obviously increase our practical. That's obviously like I'd like the practical to increase for divisions, but I'm happy to wait for them. I'd rather have the actual what do we call it? Squadrons ready first. Yeah. They're cheaper as well on IC. Okay. Have you tried Japan in Black Ice? Is it worth playing? I made the jump to 1 in Pacific from Hearthstone 3. Is Black Ice interesting enough to make a jump back to playing Japan? I suppose at the end of the day, it is very much an intriguing mod. There is one that is like a sort of alternative to Black Ice, which is Black Ice mod. Oh, very nice. Surge of Volunteers. That could actually be really effective here. Yeah, there's been some really interesting questions. Right, 19 monthly gain there. Let's see, that should take us over 20? Yep, no, 19.5. Total Standarten. Das ist gut. Okay. I suppose the question when it comes to actually Hearthstone 4 is really, it's like, in my opinion, yeah, it's not a good Hearthstone game. It's a good game for all intents and purposes. It does sell, it does do the job. It's one of these things. One end, obviously, there's always an extreme, but in reality, people do have a right to have their opinion. It's like, obviously, that goes without saying. But in terms of what product is expected, it's like, well, you build up this fan base of Hearthstone 3, and it's like, obviously, the Hearthstone 3 fan base is obviously going to want a certain game, and then you go and make something that's completely different, which fair enough, but I don't know. It's one of these things of course, make that audience understand that, or at least have something that will suit that audience. I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't develop games. I just play them. How the fuck do I know, right? Right, anyway, what am I doing? It's like hard to answer these questions and like keep on task. Right, there we go. Yeah, I'll take these decisions now. I was hoping not to just like lose too much there, but it seems worthwhile. I suppose at the end of the day it might be worthwhile just to do it for a short period. Take that pain. Actually, they're quite beneficial, aren't they? Wow. Ba -ba -ba -bum. Yeah, New House is right there. So 4X game, obviously with a historical veneer. At the end of the day, it's like, it's practically impossible to make a true World War II simulating game. You can always simulate the military aspect to a certain degree. Well, there's obviously so much that went into it. Okay, yeah, that's actually really nice. Oh, sweet. Okay, that's very handy. We also gained some additional capacity there. Ooh. As well as some AA capacity in an airbase. I'm very happy with that one. And of course we do lose a lot of cash there. We do gain leadership, we do have an increased consumer goods demand, and we do gain a officer recruitment bonus. Well, that's actually worthwhile. I do like it for the IC. Okay. My issue with Heartline 4 is the vast departure from 3. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was trying to point on, actually. It's a good way of actually putting it together. Does anyone know the status of one of these two? Right, allows the research of aircraft carrier class. I think in regards to one of these two, I'd say probably next year, something like that. I'm still trying to get my way into the beta. I think I should be able to manage it. It's just nagging them enough. Okay, I'm gonna cancel these guys. Okay, then one more run of these and we'll be good to go. My issue with Heartline 4 is about... Yeah, okay, I just read that one. There we go, additional assets. Right, government sector focus. We're going to have another go here again, the additional cash. The reason I want that is really... comes in bloody handy. No, I failed again. God damn it. Okay, the Great Hong Kong Typhoon. Bloody hell. Yeah, I mean, I'd really love to have one of these two, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we gain back our manpower here from the airfield construction. Right, Gurning's 4-year plan continues. The 4-year plan continues. Keep Gurning as Armaments Minister to retain the 5% IC efficiency and strategic effect and trigger the next stage of the plan. Yep, so year 1. Bloody costly. We are going to obviously be in deficit there in regards to metal. We do gain steel refinery, coal mine, and rares extraction. I suppose at the end of the day it just increases the amount of resources we produce there. Gonna hurt, but it'll be worthwhile, I suppose, in the end. I felt that Heartline 3 was a solid game and 4 could have been excellent if it had focused on improving. I think that's one of my issues is really... I think my major issue, and the one I think that really does nice against more industrial there, I think the main issue I have with it is the fact of the actual battle planner. It's like you can order units out and around individually, but it's actually harder. It's much, much harder to do that in my opinion. Whereas, like, for example here, it's like, yeah, I can order these units individually, yep, sure. I can also have the AI control things, but one is just as good as the other in certain aspects. It's not like you're hamstringing yourself to do things manually, which you can do. I just found it was really hard work. So that double digit, how you do, my friend? Okay, so we're now in September. We'll be shortly in... well, it's not going to be that long before we're in 38. Okay, so I can cancel the production runs here of this IC. At the end of the day, I'll keep some building, but not a huge amount. Basically, where it makes sense to. But at least this is going to free up a lot of IC that we can use in other, well, projects now. Yep, there we go. Okay, so that's pretty much the IC that we're going to be producing there, so that's fantastic. Right. Grand Battle Plan. Brilliant. Yeah, that's true. Totenkopf. Superb. Yeah, we will do that. At the end of the day, it's worthwhile doing that. At least we gain a unit that's almost, well, some way into production already. Okay. I think what we'll do then is we'll finish off these squadrons that we're actually producing now, and then we'll take a look at actually producing more. What do you guys reckon? Should we start producing more air units or land units? Obviously, like divisions. Probably a good idea to start producing a few divisions. Get like a few of our standard template ones out there. Blitzkrieg. Yeah, there's so many research technologies here. I really like this change. That's quite nice. Right there. Flak Regiment going. Yep, keep Garden happy. On no need. We'll keep him happy. How many Panzer divisions do you have? We only have what we begin with, so let's take a look. We should be able to find that out. Is it here? Here? Yeah, here. Okay. Military. I don't have many. I'll only have one I began with, really. Can I get the pie chart? Okay, so... yeah. 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 Panzer divisions? Yeah, which things are like that? Yeah, we have a few anyway. Did you check on your carrier group research? We have disabled the carrier group research for the time being. What I'm doing is really trying to build up my actual practical, and then what we'll do is we'll start pumping into the actual carrier group should it actually be really worthwhile. I think really we need to be realistic and see what we need to do first. I think once we start really producing like new units and we have like additional IC, then I'll look more into it. I just want to get the main stuff out here first. I'm not going to bother upgrading anything either. At the end of the day, we might as well produce new units rather than upgrade old ones. Okay, we're in November. Time is going by so quickly, isn't it? We need to start producing units pretty much immediately. We'll only have a few more squadrons to finish off here, then obviously I can start producing full-blown divisions. To be fair, I could probably start now. Yeah, this IC is rather cheap. These divisions are obviously quite costly. I'll wait until I have a certain amount of IC available, then obviously I can get at least a proper run here. I mean, once we have Austria, at least we have that additional IC. Okay. I think it's been very nice to have that manpower boost there. I think we might actually enjoy that. Okay, yeah, Surge of Volunteers, I'll take that. Okay, in the grand plan, you're thinking of doing an invasion of Denmark, Norway, just forget them in favour of France. Well, I'd like to obviously take them out. I'd consider invading Sweden too. I mean, to gain access to its actual raw materials would be very worthwhile. Okay, mediation of the Sino-Japanese conflict. The Japanese invasion of China violates the Anti-Comintern Pact and will destroy the political stability of China. The Asian affairs don't matter to me, we must fight the common enemy, communism. Let's see. One thing I'd love to see in game with a tactical death or war in the Pacific. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Okay, fantastic. We are making some good progress here. So we have quite a lot of spare IC, so I'm actually going to start producing some of our new divisions. Building, we had some of our stuff stolen. Right, let's see. Template doesn't actually have it. Fuck's sake. Okay, what we'll do then is we'll start to produce an actual infantry division template here and go with that. So we did talk about whether we'd use, obviously, infantry semi-motorized or infantry regiment or even light infantry. I'm going to go ahead with the actual infantry regiment, of course. We'll build it pretty much like we did last time. Like with the mixed support. In armored support is rather intriguing. We don't obviously have a lot of great, well, unlocked really as of yet. You can see mixed support is obviously starting to gain stats, as well as they have the mixed support in there. We will want to have the medium artillery. I'm going to take the heavy AA, which is also going to increase the IC cost dramatically. But at the end of the day, that piercing is really bloody good. It does give us a nice amount of soft attack and hard attack, but piercing is pretty much amazing. I'm going to throw the armored cars in here. I think at the end of the day, it's going to add an actual big increase in terms of like IC. Well, relatively. Fuel increase, obviously there, but at the end of the day, it's going to give us a decent amount of soft attack. The motorcycle reconnaissance attachment obviously does have a little bit more soft attack, but this gives us a little bit more hard attack and some actual additional piercing attack, which is actually really quite nice. We do also gain a bit of armor, which we actually don't have beforehand, so that could be rather important. Yeah, how well this brigade can resist armor piercing attacks, that could be rather interesting. Right. Engineer. And horse. Though, so I'm going to have to drop something here in favour of obviously having a headquarters, of course. So what we'll do then is we'll drop the engineer. Now I do have the SS headquarters here, or I have the divisional headquarters. The SS headquarters takes significantly longer to produce. It requires more officers. There's the same IC requirement, same manpower requirement, same everything else. It's just obviously it needs more officers. The organisation is slightly higher though. Same softness. Okay, we'll go with the SS headquarters. Purely for the fact I get a little bit of extra organisation there. It is funny, Austrians are saying they are Germans, right? One of these power user. So I'm just reading the chat here. Has anyone ever stopped the French capitulation Darkest Hour as Britain? I'm really struggling. I've not had a go at it, but it might be a rather interesting thing to attempt to do. Okay. Okay, so we'll take a look at our division here. So notice we do have that armor. That armor is pretty nice. Obviously there's a lot of other things out there with massively more armor. So I suppose having one armor isn't going to be exactly amazing, is it? But, I mean, like, for example, I could have the heavy armor. But look at that cost. I mean, obviously that's a full-blown formation. Not like a battalion. I mean, I could have like a light armor battalion. That's obviously a significantly different cost. But there's a lot of IC investment. Yeah, look at that difference in soft attack. Hard attack's obviously massively different. I don't know, what do you guys reckon? Would it be worthwhile actually to put some armor into our divisions, or is that just too much? I suppose at the end of the day it's too much, isn't it? Yeah, it's too much. Okay. What I'm going to do then is we'll start... We can do this as reserve, so it's only 16 IC. So what we'll do is we'll produce 25, which is like a full army, if I remember correctly. Obviously, we can start producing that in the future. Anti-tank. Beautiful. And December 1937. Not long now. Good night there, Double Digit. I hope to see you again soon. We'll be finishing this series, well, the actual episode off shortly. I'm getting a bit tired. You can tell when I'm tired is when I start like getting all tongue-tied. Down is 11. I mean, I was only like expected to stream for an hour, and here I'm at 1 hour and 40 minutes. Chat's been amazing. Right, here we go. We have some additional divisions now. What I'd obviously like to do is have them assigned to where they need to be. And what we'll do is we'll put these here. But that's actually freed up a lot of IC, which should actually allow us to start producing these guys. So we'll put these all the way at the bottom. I don't need these. Not yet, anyway. Start producing these new divisions. See, Silent Hunter would have been really nice. Good night there, Peter. Yeah, fantastic. So we can produce them all at the same time. Obviously this one will... Oh no, they should arrive at the same time. Fantastic. That's what I'd like to see. Or am I better off actually producing like armor juniors first? You know what, it's not even a bad idea. Right. I think what we'll do then is once these finish off, we'll start throwing some more interception squadrons out there. We'll see. Right, I'm just waiting to basically take Austria, because they were gaining a huge amount of support there. I wonder, I mean, it says something about the 50%. If I actually take 50, if I actually gain 50%, do I actually get that? I mean, maybe that's when it triggers a modifier. Not entirely sure. Or it might be just that we can get it March earliest. But yeah, I think this is where we're going to call it here. So thank you so very bloody much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for being a bit quieter. Hopefully the sound quality will be better tomorrow as well, as I'll have my new pop mic, pop shield, sorry. I know I keep banging on about it, but I'm really excited about that. If you guys are not on the Discord, then please do consider joining the Discord. I think I have a link to that in the description. And for those of you, thank you so very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do consider doing that. And like, favourite, yep, subscribe, all that sort of jazz. And if you would like to support me, you can do so either via Patreon or via PayPal. There's multiple methods. And yes, thank you so very much. Until next time, good night for now. Please do comment if you have any suggestions or advice. Until next time, goodbye.